Nagy.
Earl Ross dropping back into that 9th place position after qualifying. Oh, we've got a spin. Number 12, Mark Patrick, has spun coming off of turn number 2. This may bring out yet another, and it does. Matt Lake with the caution flag out. There's part of the bodywork off of the car. And there is the number 7 car of Sean Dupuis as he continues to try to get back on the lead lap. The leader, number 10, Paul Mathers, has come into the pits. This will be his mandatory and scheduled pit stop as he checks in with the crew. It looks like only fuel for Mathers. They do not change any of the tires on that car. Number 92, Earl Ross, also into the pits as number 10, Mathers, is out.
Paul Mathers gets a fuel top up on his mandatory pit stop, and we'll be back right after these messages.
Rotavision. Rotavision. It's compact, it's Rotavision. The revolutionary rotary storage unit. 24 handy, unbreakable plastic containers. Rotavision. Install it where you need it and how you need it. In the attic, the basement, the workshop, the garage. You never ever have to look for the tacks, the screws, the nicks, the knacks, and those whatchamacallit. Rotavision. Available at a great price at these fine stores.
Win your own plane to Atlanta this summer. A private Air Canada jet. For you and 39 of your friends. For a day-long party in Atlanta. The Go Canada Go contest. Fly Air Canada now to June 16th and look for entry forms in your newspaper. Go Canada Go with Air Canada.
An ordinary hamburger and your banquet burger deluxe. Either is good depending on what you want, which brings us to Midas Mufflers. At Midas, they have top quality Midas mufflers guaranteed for as long as you own your car. Or they have the Economizer at a very reasonable price and guaranteed for 1 full year. The point is, you get some choice in the menu, which is important. I like choice. I have one to make right now. I've made it. It's the way it should be. Midas.
Keep your car in great shape. STP Shape. An STP fuel injector cleaner helps keep it that way. It's easy. Just add it to your car's gas and drive your fuel injectors clean. Clean into
STP Shape
with STP Fuel Injector Cleaner. It's easy to keep your car looking great with STP Son of a Gun Protectant.
Shine, protect, keep your car looking great. Son of a gun helps keep your car in STP shape.
Son of a gun.
Welcome back to the Cascar Super Series for the Castro Cup, and we're on lap 70 of this 200-lap Mopar event with another caution flag being brought out.
Well, this will allow a number of drivers to get work done on pit road. There's Junior Regan in the 27 cars. They changed the left rear tire. 03 Jack Monahan just behind the 42 of Steve Smith. Now, here's the reason for the latest caution. Into turn 1, Jim Lapsevich smacks the wall.
Well, Jimmy was running real well, Pat, coming up from the 13th starting spot, the 4th during the last yellow. What happened is he got squeezed up into the wall just under the starter stand by Robin Buck, lost his front wheel, and consequently his brakes were gone. He just went straight into the wall with a big whack, but I think he's okay.
Back to the line, they'll get the green flag from Matt Lake into turn 1. Oh, wide goes the 60 car of Ron Beauchamp Jr. That's going to cost him about 5 or 6 positions and shuffle the running order. It's number 3 in the Goodwrench Monte Carlo. Dan Shurtleff leading the 97 of Rob Neely. Pete Vanderweest in the 18 Interstate Batteries car runs up into that 3rd place position. In 4th is Alex Nagy Jr. and moving up into the 5th place position now will be number 10, Paul Mathers, who started on the pole position. Mathers has already made his mandatory pit stop. He should be able to go the rest of the way. And oh, big slide by number 97, Rob Neely. He was running in 2nd. That'll drop him back a couple of positions. Here's Mathers across the line, looking for the position into turn 1. Yes, he'll get through on the inside of Rob Neely, Craig, who appears to have a very loose race car at the moment.
Well, Rob's been running good all weekend, Pat, but obviously he's got a little bit of handling problems right at the moment. I don't know whether his tires are going away or what.
Side by side, they ran off at turn 4, but it's Mathers who will take the spot. There's Vanderweest in 2nd. Nagy runs 3rd. Mathers all the way up into the 4th place spot.
Well, there's no doubt Mathers is quick, Pat, but so is Dan Shurtleff. He's running out front right now, and he's got his car dialed in real good.
But here comes Mathers. He's up to 3rd.
And there's the new order with Dan Shurtleff leading Vander Wees, Mathers, Nagy, and Neely. Then it's Sean McGlynn, Mix, Beauchamp Jr., Kennington, and Don Thompson Jr. And Pat, I think it would be fair to say the smoothest driver out there is Paul Mathers in the number 10 T-Bird. And here's what Paul had to say about that.
We've really come a long way over the winter. Like I say, we've done our homework. Everybody's matured. I have as a driver. The team, we've all got to know each other a little better. I'm just going to try to take it easy on equipment this year and make it to the end of the race. That's the key. You can be the fastest guy out here, but if you don't make it to the end, it really doesn't matter.
Well, Paul right now battling for second place with Pete Vander Wees side by side as they roll through turn number 4. Look at Mathers right down to the bottom of the racetrack, and he will take over that second place position. So it is Shurtleff leading in the Goodwrench Monte Carlo. Mathers on a charge as he continues to come to the front. Remember, Mathers has already made his mandatory pit stop. He can go right to the checkered flag from here. Shurtleff must come onto pit road. He'll be hoping for a caution period coming up as crew chief Tim Ellis looks on, timing each of the laps of his driver. And now this front-running battle of 3. There is Mathers right on the inside as they run the back chute here at Delaware. And Mathers will take the lead as he just blows by the Monte Carlo going into turn number 3. He has really got this car hooked up, Craig. He seems to be able to go anywhere on that racetrack, the low groove, the high groove, and he's just been carving his way through traffic and back out in front.
Well, Paul had a lot of problems with not finishing races last year, Pat. I can only hope for him that he just keeps the thing running the way it is at the moment.
Interesting to hear that interview, and here's the problem now with number 18, Pete Vander Wees. He is slowing, and Vander Wees will bring that Interstate Batteries Monte Carlo onto pit road. He's got a problem.
Well, his problem's pretty serious, Pat, because look at, he's slowed way down on that back straight. Whatever it is, it looks like he's finished for the day.
Well, part of the great crowd here at Delaware Speedway watching this battle here for the third place position between Alex Nagy Jr., number 93, and up on the high side, the 02 Kerry Mix, who was really loose on the racetrack. It looks like they've been able to correct some of the oversteer problem on that car, but he has run past Alex Nagy to take over third.
And there's the STP halfway update at lap 100, and a cash voucher from STP will go to Paul Mathers, currently in first. And if Paul goes on to win, he'll also receive a $500 bonus from STP. We haven't indicated it yet, Pat, but some drivers are several laps down. Here's Todd Lewis.
Right, Rob, looks like he has a tire going down on the Dodge Avenger. What are you going to do?
The left front's been going down for about 30 laps now. We're going to hold out as long as we can and change it, hopefully in a caution. If not, we're going to have to bring it under green.
And here's a great shot from under Neely's Avenger, and it gives you an idea of just how limited the travel of the rear suspension is. And you know, Pat, with the left front on its way down, although you can still drive the car, it makes it pretty hard to control. And Neely will be lucky to be able to hold on to another caution period in this race.
There is Rob Neely as we look at, a big spin here by number 27, Junior Regan. He collects 35. Brad Jakes into the wall. And Craig, you talked about racing luck. I think Rob Neely was just dished out some as we go on board here. The Mopar replay, you're with Junior Regan as he loops the car around. He collects Brad Jakes. He is into the wall. And it looks like Jakes will be through for the afternoon. Junior Regan will continue. But Brad Jakes has run into some tough luck. For Rob Neely, it is good luck. Under yellow, he'll be able to come in here and change that left front tire.
Well, it looks like Brad Jakes' luck just continues to be bad. 1996 also, Pat.
Well, here's Dan Shurtleff. He's going to change a right rear tire on the Goodwrench Monte Carlo as he pits here under yellow. He should be able to stay on the lead lap. Shurtleff has had a great run here after qualifying 9th.
And it looks like Junior Regan has more than minor problems. He's taken the Dodge into the paddock, and we'll be back with more right after this.
This sports break is brought to you by Midas, the way it should be.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to our TSN newsroom. I'm Gino Retta. Third round action continued at the French Open today. Feature match of the day, the number 4 seed Michael Chang facing former world number 1 Stefan Edberg. Edberg playing his final French Open. He'll retire at the end of the season. The last time he faced Chang at Roland Garros, The 1989 final, Chang won that. Chang comes out strong in this match. He counters Edberg's net game. Great cross-court passing shot. Chang takes the first set 6-4. But after that, it is all Stefan Edberg. The 30-year-old Swede upsets the 4th seed at this tournament, taking the next 3 sets, avenging his 89 loss, 4-6, 7-5, 6-love, 7-6, 7-1 in a tiebreak. A reminder, baseball fans, it's the Toronto Blue Jays and the Kansas City Royals coming up later this afternoon, live right here on TSN, 3:30 Eastern, 12:30 Pacific.
An ordinary hamburger and your banquet burger deluxe. Either is good depending on what you want, which brings us to Midas Mufflers. At Midas, they have top quality Midas mufflers guaranteed for as long as you own your car. Or they have the Economizer at a very reasonable price and guaranteed for 1 full year. The point is, you get some choice in the menu, which is important. I like choice. I have one to make right now. I've made it. It's the way it should be. Midas.
Carbon monoxide isn't the only thing coming from your tailpipe, because with every stroke of your engine, motor oil is being vaporized into exhaust, leaving less and less protection. That's why there's Castrol GTX 10W30. Of every leading 10W30, Castrol provides the most protection against volatility burn-off. So use Castrol, or watch more protection go up in smoke. Castrol GTX, engineered for greater protection against breakdown.
Castrol GTX. Ask for it by name at your favorite outlet.
There's one name these drivers turn to for the quality parts that give their vehicles the edge they need to perform and win. The same name you should turn to for the only parts guaranteed to perform in your Chrysler vehicle. Authentic Mopar parts. Available from your Chrysler Canada dealer. Get real. Get Mopar.
Get revved with the explosive Players IndyCar World Series. This time around, Man and Machine will push it to the limit in Wisconsin at the Milwaukee Mile. The Players IndyCar World Series. Gear up for it Sunday on TSN.
Get down! Come on. Checking the scores, half the teams won, the other half lost. Oh, I've been great. You gotta go. Take care. Bye-bye.
Must watch baseball game.
We're back with the Cascar Super Series for the Castrol Cup as number 10, Paul Mathers, leads the field into turn 4.
While the lead lap cars on the outside, lap cars down to the bottom of the racetrack as they get the green flag from Matt Lake into turn 1. Earl Ross in the red 92 will get back one of those laps, at least for the moment. Paul Mathers, number 10, your leader in that white Ford, down the back straightaway. Number 7, Sean Dupuis, also running a lap down as he desperately tries to get around Mathers. There is the 02 car of Kerry Mix running in second. It is DJ Kennington in the Castrol Dodge Avenger running in the third place spot. Now, our Midas bumper cam giving us this great shot of the battle between the 03 of Jack Monahan as he battles here with the 27 car of Junior Regan, but Junior back out after visiting the paddock, but he is many, many laps down as number 10 now back out in front is Paul Mathers. So once again, the 92 car of Earl Ross will go at least one lap down. Your race leader, Paul Mathers, off of turn number 2 as he works the back straightaway here at Delaware Speedway. He was quick in the time trial, started on the pole position, has run up front for much of the day, although he did drop back in the top 10 when he made an early pit stop, but he has been able to charge back up to the front, and right now is the fastest driver on the racetrack. There you see the 02 of Kerry Mix, followed by 17 DJ Kennington, and now you go on board with Jack Monahan in the 03.
Well, you can see Jack doing some left foot braking there, and here's Monahan with his impressions of his new car.
Yeah, it's a good deal. It's been back with Ron again, and we're looking to have a good time with us this year, we hope. And it's a whole new car right now, my car in particular, and we're struggling with it a little bit, but we've got we're making some changes, and hopefully for the better, and we're starting to learn a couple. This is really our first test session, which is for under race conditions kind of thing. So it's we'll have a little homework to do on it, but hopefully we'll get it before the day's out or before the next race even.
Well, Jack's one of the best at setting up a race car, and although he didn't race much last year, he helped Duke Sawchuk a lot with his program, but this year he's working with the Beauchamps. He'll do a good job before the year's out.
Well, another driver doing a good job here is DJ Kennington. He runs in the third place position in that Castrol Dodge Avenger, closing on the 02 Quality Care Ford of Kerry Mix. And Mix now trying to get around the lap car of Sean Dupuis, the defending national and Eastern champion. And Mix is really having his problems getting around Dupuis, who is going surprisingly fast, considering he's lost all of the front fiberglass on that Monte Carlo as they battle off of the turn here. It is the 17 of DJ Kennington right on the rear bumper of Mix, and they'll both try to go around the outside of Dupuis' car as they come off of turn to number 4, and right behind the 17 of Kennington is 55 Neil Fair in the Midas Monte Carlo. That's a great three-way battle.
Well, I'm impressed with 18-year-old DJ Kennington. He's really matured as a race driver this year with backing of his father, Doug. They now have 2 race cars, and Pat, in this business, that's a great luxury.
Craig, I think having the 2 race cars will help his program this year. In fact, he's been running just about all of the regular Friday night Cascar late model events here at Delaware Speedway in preparation for this Eastern Super Series opener, and he's doing a great job here battling side by side with Sean Dupuis, and then right on his bumper is the 55 car of Neil Fair, that Midas Monte Carlo. But Kennington talked to us earlier this weekend, said the experience of running at Charlotte Motor Speedway at 180 miles an hour taught him that he had to be smooth, and he hoped to take that lesson to the Cascar Series this year. You saw for a moment they're on board with Sean Dupuis.
Well, quality seat time's good for everybody, but Todd Lewis has caught up with Doug Kennington in the pits.
Doug, DJ's having a great day in the Dodge Avenger. How's he doing it?
Well, the car's working good. He's a little loose, wants it tightened up, but we can't do anything right now.
Well, what they need is to get into the pits and turn a couple of turns on the right rear corner there and make the car push a little bit going into the corners, Pat.
Well, here's a problem for number 16, Craig. Al Turner, who had qualified in 11th, has worked his way up into 6th. But now we see some smoke coming from that Monte Carlo. Wouldn't be surprised to see him come on a pit road. There's Al Turner, number 16, and he gets real wide here.
And there's another disabled car, Don Thompson Jr. And while we're under this